Section 15A, question number 5, page 363. The question states, suppose the function is x squared plus b plus 1x plus 2c, and f of 2 equals 4 and f prime of negative 1 equals 2. We need to find the constants b and c. So when we look at a question like this, we're given just enough information to go about solving it in a novel way. We see that the derivative function, or the gradient function, is noted, being evaluated at a certain x value and given a certain value. So that would indicate that we would need to find the derivative. And also it tells us that the function evaluated at x equals 2 equals this value. So we can just evaluate this function at x equals 2 and set it equal to 4, and then we'll leave the variables in there, of course, the constants b and c, and see what we get. Okay, so first of all, we'll say that f of 2 equals 2 squared. I'll just substitute in the values. B plus 1 needs to stay where it is, and we'll just substitute the 2 for x, and we'll leave that 2c. So we were told all of this equals 4, so f of 2, that equals 4, and then we can then just start to solve this, and I'll expand this in from the back side of this, so we get 2b plus 2 plus 2c. Now I'll simplify this a little bit. These 4's will reduce down. If I subtract 4 from both sides, those disappear, and this 2, I can subtract 2 from both sides, and leaving then with 2b plus 2c. So I could move this over and say negative 2 equals 2b plus 2c. I usually like writing it like this though, 2b plus 2c equals negative 2, and that's going to be my equation 1. Okay, I've got two variables here that need solving, and therefore I know that I need two equations in order to solve this. So this is my equation 1, and equation 2, I'm betting, will come from the fact that we have to find the derivative. So I'll take this original function again and now find the derivative. So f prime of x, if I look back up here, the derivative of x squared is 2x, and the derivative of b plus 1 times x is just b plus 1. And then this is just a constant, so it'll just become 0. So I'm told originally that f prime of negative 1 equals 2, so I'm going to substitute in negative 1 in for the x. I'm told it equals 2, so I'm just going to replace f prime of negative 1 with 2, and then expand it this side to get 2 equals negative 2 plus b plus 1. And then, so when I simplify this a little bit, I'm going to have 2 equals, so you can see that, b minus 1, and then I'll add 1 to both sides, so 3 equals b, or b equals 3. So this is basically equation 2, but now we already know what the constant b is, and now I can just substitute this into equation 1 here. So I've got 2, and b is 3, and then plus 2c equals negative 2, and I'll just work on solving this. I'm going to have 6 plus 2c equals negative 2, subtract 6 from both sides, so I get 2c equals negative 8, and then I'll divide both sides by 2 to get the c by itself, to isolate the c, so I get c equals negative 4. So I see here that b equals negative 3, and c equals negative 4. So just in fine form, therefore b equals 3, and c equals negative 4.